Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha, Kala Chanji Radha, Kala Chanji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Kala Chanji Radha, Kala Chanji Radhe. Jayo Radha, Govind Radha, Govind Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकां। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Praying at the lotus feet of my spiritual master, our dear most Srila Prabhupada, and all the Guru Vargas, may I speak few words in the glorification of our dear most Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different than Sri Krishna. For the pleasure of the Vaishnavas and for my very own purification, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Pavaneveyo Vaishnaveyo Namo Nama Mukum Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Kathanchana smite asmin dushkaram sukaram bhaved vishmite viparitam syat Shri Chaitanya namamitam. Hare Krishna. So tomorrow is Nityananda Trayodasi, so we will do a little bit of deviation and go back to Adi Lila. And this is chapter 5 about Lord Nityananda. But we'll read few verses from there, but I also wanted to chant together Narottam Das Thakur's glorification for Nityananda Ram. Before I start the class, I was thinking, I have been thinking of this particular verse that I tend to chant. Kathanchana smite asmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet brismite viparitam syat Sri Chaitanya namamitam. It says that anything that's very difficult, it becomes easy when you think of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And anything that's very easy to do becomes very difficult when you do not do so. That means you do not remember Mahaprabhu. To that Mahaprabhu I pay my obeisances. And then I've been thinking, like ever since I have learned this verse, I'm talking for myself, and I, instead of Narsimha prayer, I tend to chant this when I drive and things like that. When I'm trying to dress Radha Govinda, and I have very short time, I chant this. And for me, I kind of replaced Narsimha's prayer with this. This is me. This I have learned. This prayer I have heard from Braj Bihari Prabhu. Very grateful to him. Thank you. And I've been thinking on it, And then recently in our Srimad Bhagavatam WhatsApp groups, Narottam Prabhu had asked, is there a place where, Lord has revealed his own divinity? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has revealed his own divinity. And in Srivas Thakur, actually twice, or even during Mahaprakash Leela also he revealed his divinity. But what we were discussing mainly the past time went to Srivas Thakur when he appeared as Narsimha Dev. And ever since then I have been correlating the two. Okay, he did show the Narsimha Roop, so he is Narsimha also. He is all other incarnations, but he is Narsimha also. So I was just thinking, so I thought I will share with you. So this is the prayer by Narottam Das Thakur. If you all can pull, then we can all do it together. It's a popular one. This is Nitai Padakamala. It's called Nitai Padakamala. It is the name, official name of the song is Nityananda Nishtha song, that is being fixed at Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Prabhu, by Narottam Das Thakur from his popular book Prarthana. Tomorrow is Nityananda Trayodasi. I thought, at least for my sake, that I should have it's easy to worship Krishna. It's difficult to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even more difficult to worship Nityananda Ramam. So I thought maybe we can meditate a little bit. It's a very, very wonderful song. Sometimes for me, because I feel that I understand the language, I take it for granted. I don't tend to go deep into the meaning. Okay, I understand. But then also when sometimes you sit together. Recently, Haldar Maharaj was giving a class and he just said, without Nityananda Ram, you can't get Radha Krishna. And then when I came back to this song and I started, and I thought it's a nice day to, start meditating on Nityananda Ram, to celebrate, to have a proper mood for tomorrow. Nitai pada kamala koti chandra shushitala je chhayay jagat juray je chhayay jagat juray heno nitai bine bhai Radha Krishna paite nai দৃঢ় করি ধরো নিতাইর পায় দৃঢ় করি ধরো নিতাইর পায় সে সম্বন্ধ নাহি যার বৃথা জন্ম গেল তার সেই পশু বড় দুরাচার প্লিজ সিং অ্যালং সেই পশু বড় দুরাচার নিতাই না বলিল মুখে মজিল সংসার সুখে বিদ্যাকুলে কি করিবে তার বিদ্যাকুলে কি করিবে তার অহংকারে মত্ত হইয়া নিতাই পাদা পাশারিয়া অসত্যেরও সত্য করি মানি অসত্যেরও সত্য করি মানি নিতাইয়ের করুণা হবে ব্রজে রাধা কৃষ্ণা পাবে ধরো নিতাইয়ের চরণ দুখানি ধরো নিতাইয়ের চরণ দুখানি নিতাইয়ের চরণ সত্য তাহারও সেবক নিত্য নিতাই পাদা সদ করি আশা নিতাই পাদা সদা করো আশা নরতম বড় দুঃখী নিতাই মরে করো সুখী Sing together this one again. নরতম বড় দুঃখী নিতাই মোরে করো সুখী রাখো রাঙ্গা চরণের পাশা রাখো রাঙ্গা চরণের পাশা We'll read the translation, but even more important than then, there is a purport by Srila Prabhupada, so we'll get into that. Translation. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are a shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight, not only of one, but of millions of moons. If the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. If one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Anyone who has not established his relationship with Nityananda Prabhu is understood to have spoiled his valuable human birth. Such a human being is actually an uncontrollable animal. Because he never uttered the holy name of Nityananda, he has become merged into so-called material happiness. What can his useless education and family tradition do to help him? Being maddened after false prestige and identification with the body, one is thinking, oh, what is Nityananda? What can he do for me? I don't care. The result is that he is accepting something false to be truth. If you actually want to approach the association of Radha Krishna, you must first achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda. When he is merciful toward you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Therefore, you should firmly grasp the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. The lotus feet of Nityananda are not illusion, they are a fact. One who engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. Always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. This Narottam Das is very unhappy. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. My dear Lord, please keep me close to your lotus feet. So basically, many other time also Narottam Das Thakur said that, only by Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, the desire for material, the hankering, the craving for material desires to satisfy them will not go away. So Nityananda Ram is so important for, even if we just believe in Radha Krishna, but there is no other way than through Nityananda Ram. Read the purport of Srila Prabhupada. I thought I will go into the details of the Bengali, but then Prabhupada has done it so beautifully. This is Prabhupada's purport. It's in the same thing. If you see it in the below, click purport. This is very nice song sung by Narottam Das Thakur. He advises that Nitai Pada, the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Kamala means lotus and Pada means feet, are a shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight, not only of one, but millions of moons. We can just imagine the aggregate total value of soothing shine of millions of moons. In this material world, Jagat, which is progressing toward hell, there is always a blazing fire, and everyone is struggling hard without finding peace. Therefore, if the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter under the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, which are cooling like the shining of a million moons. Jurai means relief. If one actually wants relief from the struggle of existence and actually wants to extinguish the blazing fire of material pangs, Narottam Das Thakur advises, please take shelter of Lord Nityananda. What will be the result of accepting the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda? He says, Heno Nitai Bine Bhai, unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, Radha Krishna Paitenai, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. The aim of this Krishna consciousness movement is to enable us to approach Radha Krishna and associate with the Supreme Lord in his sublime pleasure dance. Narottam Das Thakur advises that if one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must accept the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. I'll repeat that. Narottam Das Thakur advises that if one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must accept the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Means if we want to enter the rasa dance, we have to take the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Then he says, She Shambandho Nahi. Shambandho means connection or contact. Anyone who has not contacted a relationship with Nityananda is understood to have spoiled his human birth. In other song also, Narottam Das says, Hari Hari Bifole Janamo Gawainu. Anyone who does not approach Radha Krishna through a relationship with Nityananda has uselessly spoiled his life. Birth, Britha means useless. Janma means life. Tare means his. And Shambandha means relationship. Anyone who does not make a relationship with Nityananda is simply spoiling the boon of his human form of life. So human form of life is a boon. First of all, realizing that itself is a realization in itself. And then, what are we supposed to do? Serve Radha and Krishna, but through Lord Nityananda. Where was I? Relationship? Okay. Why is he spoiling it? Shei poshu boro durachar. Shei means that, poshu means animal, and durachar means misbehaved, or the most misbehaved. Without elevation to Krishna consciousness through the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, life is simply spoiled in the animal propensities of sense gratification. Narottam Das says that ordinary animals can be tamed, but when a human being is animalistic, having only animal propensities, he is most horrible. for he cannot be tamed. Ordinary cats and dogs or even a tiger can be tamed, but when a human being goes out of his way and neglects to take to the human activity of Krishna consciousness, his higher intelligence will simply be misused for animal propensities, and it is very difficult to tame him. The enactment of state laws cannot make a thief an honest man because his heart is polluted. He cannot be tamed. Every man sees that a person who commits criminal offenses is punished by the government. And also, in scriptural injunctions, punishment in the hell is mentioned. But despite hearing from the scripture and seeing the action of the state laws, the demoniac cannot be tamed. What are they doing? Nitayana bolilo mukhe. Since they do not know who Nityananda is, they never say the name of Lord Nityananda and Lord Caitanya. Mojilo shamsharo shukhe. Mojilo means becomes absorbed. They become absorbed in so-called material enjoyment. They do not care who Lord Caitanya and Nityananda are, and therefore they go deep down into material existence. Vidya kule ki koribe tar. If one has no connection with Nityananda, and if he does not come to Krishna consciousness, his vidya or his so-called academic education and kula, birth in a higher family or great nation will not protect him, regardless of whether one is born in a very big family or nation or has a very advanced academic education. At the time of death, nature's law will act, his work will be finished, and he will get another body according to that work. Why are these human animals acting in this way? Ahankare motto hoya, nitai pada pashariya. They have become maddened by a false concept of bodily life, and thus they have forgotten their eternal relationship with Nityananda. Ashattera shatta kori mane, such forgetful person accept the illusory energy as factual. Ashatta refers to that what is not, which is not a fact, or in other words, Maya. Maya means that which has no existence but is a temporary illusion only. Person who have no contact with Nityananda accept this illusory body as factual. Narottam Das Thakur then says, Nitayir koruna hoibe, broje Radha Krishna pabe. If you actually want to approach the association of Radha Krishna, you must achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda first. When he is merciful towards you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Dhoro Nitayir charan dukhani. Narottam Das Thakur advises that one firmly catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So when we go for Abhishek tomorrow, you know what to do. Catch hold of Nitai's feet after the Abhishek. Then again he says, Nitai charano shatta, one should not misunderstand and think that as he has caught hold of Maya, similarly the lotus feet of Nityananda may also be something like that Maya or illusion. This is something like the Mayavadis do. They get troubled by the material existence, material relationship, material things. So when they come and see our deities, they think it's made of stone, metal and everything, and they think this is also Maya. So like how they want to get rid of Maya, so they also want to get rid of Lord Nityananda's lotus feet or Supreme Personality's lotus feet or the person himself. Lord Nityananda Thakur then says, Nitay Charano, I read that, okay. When he is merciful toward you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna Dhoro Nitayir Charana. One should not misunderstand and think that as he has caught hold of Maya, similarly the lotus feet of Nityananda may also be something like that, Maya or illusion. Therefore, Narottam Das confirms Nitayir Charana Shatya. The lotus feet of Nityananda are not illusion. They are a fact. Taharo Shevako Nitya. And one who engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. Nityananda is transcendental and Nityananda's servants are also transcendental. If one engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda in Krishna consciousness, he immediately achieves his transcendental position on the spiritual platform, which is eternal and blissful. Here, what I understand, Srila Prabhupada is talking about our actual position, our Swarup, and that can also come through Lord Nityananda. Therefore, he advises Nitai Pada Nitai pada sada karo asha. Always try to catch lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Asha also means desire. Excuse me. Desire the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Narottama bado dukhi. Narottam Das Thakur, the Acharya, is taking the position that he is very unhappy. Actually, he is representing ourselves. He says, my dear Lord, I am very unhappy. Nitai more koro sukhi. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. Again, we can pray this tomorrow, today onwards, that I am very unhappy, that I don't miss you enough. And that's not a very good thing. So please make me happy and give me the meditation, give me, please inspire me to aspire for you. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. Rakho Ranga Charone Pasha. Please keep me in a corner of your lotus feet. Please keep me in a corner of your lotus feet. Rakho Ranga, yeah, that's the last one. Ranga Charan means when you see the deities, they have the red base at their base, right? When you see the deities, they're painted red. So that is Ranga Charan. Ranga means red in Bengali or poetic. So Ranga Charan means the one that has a base which is red. So we'll read a little bit from chapter 5, Chaitanya Charitamrta. Srila Prabhupada and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has to say. Before that, I would like to recite this beautiful verse. Again, I heard it from Gauranga Prabhu. For those of us, we think we don't understand Bengali, so Chaitanya Charitamrita is not for us. So, Jeba nahi bujhe keho shunite shunite sheho ki adbhuta chaitanya charita. Krishne upajibe priti janibero sheroriti shunilei hoy baro hita. This is CC Madhya 287. The meaning goes, I will explain the meaning. It's a jeba nahi bujhe kevo. If you don't understand Chaitanya Charitamrita, shunine shunite sheho. Keep hearing it. And sheho means that person, if he keeps hearing, ki adbhut Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those of us who understand Hindi, we understand adbhut, we say in Hindi. So that's how wonderful, how magical, how amazing Chaitanya Charita is. The characteristics of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is how amazing. Krishna upajive priti, you will get the love of Godhead. Krishna prema. Jani bero shero riti, you will understand what is rasa, what is the mellows that we exchange with Krishna. What is the rules? Riti means rules. The rituals, of that rasa dance. Shunilei baro hoya hita. Just by hearing, even if you don't understand the language, the activities, it's all bewildering. Just by hearing this transcendental literature called Chaitanya Charitamrita, hearing the activities and the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, and their associates, you'll be so much spiritually benefited. So Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. So this is CC Adi 5. Vande Nananta Budhatai Swaram Shri Nityananda Ramam Ishwaram Yashachya Tat Swarupam Ajnanapi Nirupyate. Translation: let me offer my obeisances to Lord Shri Nityananda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jayo Gaura Bhakta Brinda. All glory is to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glory is to Lord Nityananda. All glory is to Advaita Acharya. And all glory is to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Chaitanya Charitamrta is also a mercy of Lord Nityananda, because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was being instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go to write this transcendental literature, because Nityananda Ram is so merciful. He wanted us to know about Lord Chaitanya. এই শত শ্লোকে কহিল কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য মহিমা, পঞ্চ শ্লোকে কহি নিত্যানন্দ তত্ত্বসীমা. I have described the glory of Sri Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses. Now, in 5 verses, I shall describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. সর্ব অবতারী কৃষ্ণ স্বয়ং ভগবান, তাহার দ্বিতীয় দেহ শ্রী বলরাম. Sarva Avatari, of all the avatar, the avatari, the source from all the avatar comes is Krishna Shayang, Krishna himself. Bhagavan, he is the Bhagavan. Tahara Ditiyo Deho, the second body of that, like there is no difference, is Sri Balaram. So Balaramji is the second body of Bhagavan Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnation. Lord Balaram is his second body. Purport. Lord Shri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is the primeval Lord, the original form of Godhead. And his first expansion is Sri Balaram. The personality of Godhead can expand himself in innumerable forms. The forms that have unlimited potency are called Swamsha, and forms that have limited potencies, the living entities, are called Vibhunamsha. Yeah, Vivinnamsha. Sorry, Vivinnamsha. So it is Swamsha that has all the potencies and unlimited potencies, and the limited potencies, that is the living entities, the marginal potencies. Those of us, we are into the marginal, the Tathastha Shakti, are called Vivinna Amsha. Like Vivinna means segregated and Amsha means part. Ekei Shorupa Dohe Bhinno Matro Kai Addokare Bihu Krishna Lilaro Shohai. These two are one and same identity. They differ only in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. Purport. Balaram is Swamsha, expansion of the Lord, and therefore there is no difference in potency between Krishna and Balaram. The only difference is their bodily structure. As the first expansion of Godhead, Balaram is the chief deity among the first quadruple forms, and he is the foremost assistant of Sri Krishna in his transcendental activities. We know Balaramji, to serve Krishna, he takes the different forms, including the mridanga and the kartal and things, and that's why Prabhupada, time and again told us how respectful we should be, because all the paraphernalias of Krishna are form of Lord Balaram. সেই কৃষ্ণ নবদ্বীপে চৈতন্য চন্দ্র, সেই বলরাম সঙ্গে শ্রী নিত্যানন্দ. If you have it, you can repeat it. It's a very wonderful word. সেই কৃষ্ণ নবদ্বীপে চৈতন্য চন্দ্র, বলরাম সঙ্গে শ্রী নিত্যানন্দ. That original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya, and Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. So there is no difference. Lord Krishna became Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Balaram became Lord Nityananda. And Prabhupada elsewhere says that there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. One is just that, one is black and the other one is white. Shankarshana Karana, Shankarshana Karana Toyashai, Garbhodasai cha payobdhisai shesha cha yashamsa kalasa nitya nandakya rama sharanam mamamstu. Translation: May Shri Nityananda Rama be the object of my constant remembrance. Shankarshana, Shesha, Naga, and the Vishnu who lie on the Karana ocean, Garva ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. So we are talking about the expansion from Mahavishnu to Garvodakshaya Vishnu and the Garvodakshaya Vishnu to Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. They are all expansions and the plenary portions of the plenary expansions. Purport. Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami has recorded this verse in his diary to offer his respectful obeisances to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. This verse also appears as the 7th of the first 14 verse of Sri Caitanya Charitamrta. Swarup Damodar, very close associate of Lord Chaitanya, it's called Swarupero Korcha. He had a diary where he will jot down everything that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were doing, his activities. And then when Raghunath Das Goswami was there for 16 years with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu under the instruction of Swarup Damodar, because Mahaprabhu handed over Raghunath Das Goswami to Swarup Damodar, and that's why he was called Swarupero Raghunath, the one who belongs to Swarup Damodar. He handed over, and then from that Karcha, Raghunath Das Goswami got all this nectar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. And then when Mahaprabhu left his body, he went to give up his life from the top of Govardhan Hill. And Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami told him not to do so. Rather, go to Radhakunda and, recite Caitanya Charitamrta, or rather Chaitanya Charita, the characteristic of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Raghunath Das Goswami, if you go there, Radhakund, you will still see the Samadhi beautifully maintained by the Vaishnavas there, maintained. And there Raghunath Das Goswami will sit and every day for 3 hours will recite the characteristics, the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that's how that was the solace for his, burning heart that wanted to give up because he was away from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in the assembly who were listening to this Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was our dearmost Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And from hearing that, he wrote this book for us called Caitanya Charitamrta. So from that Swarup Damodar, he wrote this verse or this pranam mantra for Nityananda Ram that we just recited. Shri Bolo Ramo Gosai Mulo Shankarsan Pancharupa Dhori Koren Krishnero Sevan. So from 8 to 11, it is Nityananda Ram's position that we're going to hear. Lord Balaram is the original Shankarshan. He assumes 5 other forms to serve Lord Krishna. Apone koreno Krishna Lilaro Shohai Shrishti Lila Karjo Kori Dhori Chari Kai. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna, and he does the work of creation in the four other forms. His different activities. Shrishti adik seva tar aggaro palon shesho rupe kore Krishner bibido sevan. He executes the orders of Lord Krishna in the work of creation, and in the form of Lord Shesha, he serves Krishna in various forms. So 2 things that comes to my mind was, 1, if you see the creation, you will see how Shesha is holding the universe on top of his hooves. And it is also said that he is going to hold it till he is done chanting the glories of Krishna. And it is not going to happen, so he is not going to give up the task of putting the universe down. And the other thing we see when Vishnu is lying, there is always Sheshnag protecting. We see when Krishna was being carried to Mother Yashoda, that time also Shesha came and protected. And we see in different time when Sheshnag in the form of Naga, or even Balaramji all the time is around Krishna to serve him. He serves in many ways, including the rasa dance. So that is Balaram's seva. That is what he does, always serving Krishna in different aspects of Krishna's activities. He executes the order of Lord Krishna in the work of creation and in the form of Lord he serves Krishna in various ways. Purport. According to expert opinion, Balaram, as the chief of the original quadruple forms, is also the original Shankarshan. Balaram, the first expansion of Krishna, expands himself in 5 forms: Mahashankarshan, Karanodakshai, Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, and Shesha. These 5 plenary portions are responsible for both the spiritual and material cosmic manifestation. In these 5 forms, Lord Balaram assists Lord Krishna in his activities. The first 4 of these forms are responsible for the cosmic manifestation, whereas Shesha is responsible for personal service to Lord. Shesha is called Ananta or unlimited because he assists the personality of Godhead in his unlimited expansions of performing an unlimited variety of services. Sri Balaram is the servitor Godhead who serves Lord Krishna in all affairs of existence and knowledge. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is the same servitor Godhead, Balaram, performs the same service to Lord Gauranga by constant association. Shorupero Ashadoe Krishna Shevanando Shei Balaramo Gauro Shangi Nityananda. What is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying is again and again he's hammering the point that Gauranga is Krishna and Nityananda is Balaram. Again the same verse in a different composition. In all the forms he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. The same Balaram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Lord Gauranga. Gaurachandra. So the same thing. সপ্তম শ্লোকেরও অর্থ করি 4 শ্লোকে যাতে নিত্যানন্দ তত্ত্ব জানে সর্বলোকে. Translation. I have explained the 7th verse in 4 subsequent verses. As Prabhupada was saying, this is given in the earlier chapter also. So he is expanding it. Why did he expand it? By these verses, all the world can know the truth about Lord Nityananda. Sharboloke, the tattva of Nityananda, the truth of Nityananda, so that everybody get to know. That's why he is explaining. Let's see. I wanted to sing one more bhajan. Let's chant this. मायातीते व्यापी वैकुंठलोके पूर्णैश्वर्या श्री चतुर्व्यूह मध्ये रूपं यशोब्धिति शंकर्षणाख्यं तं श्री नित्यानंद रामं प्रपद्ये. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, who is known as Shankarshana, in the midst of the Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudev, Shankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. This is the verse from Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami's diary. It appears as the 8th of the first 14th verse of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta. The previous one that we read, the Sanskrit verse, was the 7th verse, and this is the 8th verse of the 14th verse of Sri Caitanya Caritamrta. This is again a pranam mantra that is given to us by Sri Swarup Damodar Sri Nityananda Ram ki. I was thinking we can all sing, since many of us know the Nadia Gudru mein. This is by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Narottam Das Thakur. They have when I read the Bengali, I can feel it's a very like Narottam Das Thakur gave it, and then Bhakti Vinod Thakur makes it more relatable to what Narottam Das Thakur has already said. So that, for this, what Bhakti Vinod Thakur did, it is like more relatable for us. And the Prarthana or the other book of Narottam Das Thakur, it's more poetic, and you have to be little more into the, in the language. But then Bhakti Vinod Thakur's version is simpler and easier to understand. We'll sing. You want to sing call response, or you want to? We'll do call response. That's time. This is called Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan. This is Nagar Kirtan song. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gitavali. Of course, the language is Bengali. Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan. Nadia Gudrume Nityananda Mahajan. পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ নাদিয়া গুদরুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজান পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ শ্রদ্ধাবান জন হে শ্রদ্ধাবান জন প্রভুর আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়া এই ভিক্ষা প্রভুর আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাগিয়া এই ভিক্ষা বলো কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ করো কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা বলো কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ করো কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা নাদিয়া গুদরুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজান পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ অপরাধ শূন্য হয় লোহ কৃষ্ণ নাম অপরাধ শূন্য হয় লোহ কৃষ্ণ নাম কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন পান কৃষ্ণ মাতা কৃষ্ণ পিতা কৃষ্ণ ধন প্রাণ নাদিয়া গুদরুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজান পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ কৃষ্ণেরও সংসার করো ছাড়ি অনাচার কৃষ্ণেরও সংসার করো ছাড়ি অনাচার জীবে দয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম সর্বধর্ম সার নাদিয়া গুদরুমে নিত্যানন্দ মহাজান পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ পাতি আছে নাম হাট্টা জীবেরও কারণ Jai Nityananda Ram ki. Translation. In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godrum, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls. O people of faith, O people of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga. O brothers, I beg these 3 requests of you. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about Krishna. Being careful to remain free of offenses, and just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is the treasure of your life. Giving up all sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relationship to Lord Krishna. The showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. The last one is my favorite, which says, this is the first verse this is the first Vaishnav bhajan that I have heard in my Guru Maharaj's ashram. And every time Nityananda Trayodasi comes, I think of this, that this was first time I heard when I got introduced to Krishna consciousness, and I went to his temple, to his ashram, and this wonderful devotee was singing Nadia Gudrume, and it was so heart touching because I could hear Sanskrit. I need to see the translation, but Bengali I could directly understood, and it was such a sweet thing. I just want, and this is a tune he sang, and I have heard many other, but then I keep going back to this. This is such a wonderful thing. Last one is my favorite, which says that Krishna ro sangsara koro chhari anachar. Krishna sangsar karo. It's if we are just like if we didn't know Srila Prabhupada, it will be so hard to do Krishna sangsar, because how do you do Krishna sangsar? Now that Srila Prabhupada explained to us how to do Krishna sangsar, now we know we can cook for Krishna, we can dress Krishna, we can do everything for Krishna, and that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing and doing things. You do the things, but do it for Krishna. That is the Yukta Vairagya. But even when we directly come and do the devotional services here, we are brooming, we are sweeping, we are mopping, whatever we are doing, we are making the garlands and everything, that tomorrow is a wonderful festival. Nityananda Trayodasi, there is cut-ups and so many things, wonderful things are there. So, instead of cutting the vegetable at home, or even now that we are in this wonderful movement of Srila Prabhupada, even cutting the vegetable at home is also for the deities. So whatever we are doing Krishna's sangsar. So we are not in our sangsar. We are not taking care of our grihastha. This is a grihastha life, but the head is Krishna and nobody else, not we, not anybody else, but Krishna is the head of our householder life. And that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he himself was a householder, and he's saying Krishna's sangsar karo. Do the grihastha life, but do it for Krishna. And so whenever I hear that, it makes me feel so happy that, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, who taught us how to do sangsar for Krishna, we are able to do so. I'm so grateful to Srila Prabhupada, to all our acharyas, and to all of you. Thank you so much for your wonderful association, and please forgive me for all the mistakes that I have committed while reading, while chanting, while saying so many things. Please forgive me. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. If you have anything to add, to correct, please go ahead. Else. Thank you. If there is no other question, we can pause it. It is breakfast time. Thank you so much for your association. Hare Krishna. Caitanya Caritamrta ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki.